Okay, so we should be live up in this place, yo. So give me some hellos if you're around. I'm just going to post some links on the Facebook group just in case anyone's struggling. Give me a holla, say hello if you are around. And we will get this party started. Cool. Hello, Cassie, Haley, Rachel, Tanya, Carmen, Marie, Nikki, Lucina, Paul, Sarah, Arena, Sarah, Louise, Seema. Hello, 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 hello. Who is this creature behind? Hello, Martin. It's been a while since I saw you. All right. So today's I've got twitchy eye. Today's webinar will not be hosted by Oliver Reynolds. It will be hosted by my non-bearded friend Tony C. So yes,
You got me today. I'm going to be teaching you some cool stuff.
All right. So I'm going to give it another 2 minutes. Or should we just get started?
What time is it?
2:05. 25.
Yeah, we'll just get started.
Cool. So we're going to get started all up in this place, yo. So press that one. So they can see the screen. All right. And obviously your PowerPoint is down here.
Okay.
So there. Okay. Literally when you see the screen, you just press play, but I'll set it up for you now. Okay, so. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. Tony C is going to, I'm going to do some cooking because I'm hungry. So I just always do whole screen. So they can see the screen now.
Okay.
All right. Is this the first page?
I need to go back to the start.
There you go. Have fun, guys.
Hello, guys. So today I'm going to be talking to you about if it fits your macros, flexible dieting. Okay, so as I've already spoken about a couple of you before now, we're going to be giving you a way to eat that means that you can fit in things that you enjoy, you know, your daily routine, everything that you're doing. We can fit it into your eating regime and still have it so that you're still losing weight and achieving the goals that you've come to boot camp to achieve. Okay, so this is an introduction into this way of eating, and I hope that I've kind of made this so it's easy to understand. It's quite a lot of information to take on, so I want you to make sure you do have a notepad and a pen because there's quite a lot, like I say, to do. I'm hoping you're watching this on a laptop as well because I'm going to be taking you through a few things. So it'd be quite nice if you can either take notes or do it alongside me. So maybe have your phone on one side if you can't do it on the laptop, or vice versa that you're on, then you can follow that website stuff on the separate device as we go through it. Okay, so if it fits your macros, flexible dieting. So why are we doing this? Why are we switching from 7-day detox and 6-week transformation in terms of set plans and switching you to this new way of eating? Well, first of all, obviously the kind of plans that we've done up to now, we tell you what to eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and we say do not stray. You know, I think our catchphrase for these programs has been, is it in the book? Because if it isn't, then don't do it. Okay, now we understand, and we've seen it over and over again now, that when it comes to those sorts of rigid programs, although they get very good results, life does tend to get in the way. So parties, lazy days, bad days at work, Weekends, really, really bad. And it breaks that rigidity and it takes you away from your goals rather than allowing you to keep moving further forward. Okay. Another thing, boredom and apathy. So you can get bored with eating the same thing over and over. So if you have spinach and eggs and salmon for breakfast every morning, I understand that a lot of people find that boring. So boredom can take you off your diet. Okay. Restrictions can create unhealthy mentalities towards food. So carb phobia. Okay, so if we start restricting things and saying, no, if it's not in the recipe book, you can't eat it, then eventually you're going to have a very strong distinction in your head as to what's a good food, what's a bad food, and you can create bad mentalities towards things, carbs being one of the ultimate culprits, because carbs can be good when you use their powers for good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Finally, rigid plans can sometimes create a poor understanding. So if it fits your macros, teaches you exactly what you are eating. So this is going to give you a base education that's going to stick with you for life. Okay, so it's not just for the 28 days or the 6 weeks or the 8-week game changer that you're doing with us. This way of eating is something that you can do for the rest of your life and it will make you happy. Okay, so that's why we're doing it. We're switching to something that's going to be really beneficial to you. Okay, right, so let's just jump right in there. What are macros? So if it fits your macros, macros are really, really basic. You've got your protein, your fat, and your carbs. Okay, so we've worked out, in fact, let's go back. Your proteins, okay, so you probably already know they build your muscles. So we need your muscles to keep you strong and healthy and toned and give you energy and to move your bones around. Not only that, but protein keeps you full, keeps your hormones moving, keeps you focused and concentrated. Fats, similar sort of thing. Carbs give you the energy to move around. Okay, so there's lots of different things. There's 3 things you need, but you need all 3 of them balanced. So if you look at the little picture at the bottom of that screen, you need all 3 of those things nicely balanced in your diet to keep you alive and functioning. Okay, so we have worked out personally for every single one of you, depending on your body fat percentages, your weight, your height, your age, your gender, exactly how much protein, how much fat, and how many carbs you need every single day to keep you functioning, to keep you happy, but also to keep you losing weight. So we've worked out to a point where there is no excess, which is the trick here. Okay, so they're your macros. The question is, are we counting now? Are we counting calories? Are we taking a 180 here and are we flipping back to counting calories and numbers and everything like that? And the answer is not really, no. I mean, what is a calorie? It is just a unit of energy. It's nothing too scary to worry about. And we are going to focus on them just a little bit because your body, as with the proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, does need a minimum number of calories every day to keep you alive and functioning. Okay, so pretty much everything you eat has calories. So we need to keep an eye on whether they're healthy calories or naughty calories. So this is the example that I put down for you. Okay, your 3 eggs that you have in the morning, a lot of you are having salmon, eggs, and spinach. So if we look at 3 eggs, 50 grams of smoked salmon, and 1 cup of spinach, you're looking at 317 calories. All good things, but still 317 calories. Now consider this. If you were to go to Burger King and order a chicken sandwich, that's 317 calories. Okay? The same as if you were to have 100 grams of sponge cake, you look at 297 calories. So that's lower than your salmon, eggs, and spinach. Okay, so if you were just counting calories, if it fits your macros, was reverting right back to that, then you could have a Burger King or cake for breakfast every single day. So we're not just looking at one number. You've got your calories, okay, but now we've got to look at what's actually in the food. Okay, so comparing these now, your salmon, eggs, and spinach has got 19 grams of fat, 30 grams of protein, 1.2 grams of carbs. I mean, you can see just by looking at that table there, comparing all those 3 meals, got totally different macros. So that's the secret, guys, to what we're going to be doing in a minute. I don't know. Okay, so Ollie's just distracted me there, sorry. So if you look, all those 3 different meals are totally different. So the question is, how does this all fit in? Okay. Okay, so we're going to be looking at, oh, Ollie, I'm totally distracted me. Okay. So looking at your salmon, guys, you've got fat, protein, carbs, all of different components. So chicken burger, you've got a lower amount of fat there, a lower amount of protein, 32 grams of carbs. So you've got higher carbs, but exactly the same amount of calories. So you can see how the macros are starting to fit in. You're going to use the macros to start assessing the quality of your food and what you're putting in your body in order to achieve a certain outcome. Okay? So which out of these 3 meals can you actually eat? The answer is basically whatever fits your macros. So a lot of you today, you would have seen on the Facebook group, I sent out a table with all of your numbers on. So next to your name, you got calories, you got carbs per day, you got protein per day, and you got fat per day as well. Okay, so you've got 4 numbers. These are super important numbers, and I want you to write these down. Okay, because if they're written down, I want them to be burnt into the front of your brain now, because they're going to be what you're making your decisions off every single day. And it sounds overcomplicated, but we're going to give you lots of tools to do it. But also, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Okay, so there's a lot right in here, but there's a lot to explain. So I just want to kind of read it out and then elaborate a little bit. So your macros are worked out so you do not accidentally eat a load of calories that your body doesn't need. So as we said before on the calorie slide, you've still got to think about those calories. Okay, you've still got to think about the quality of it. The calories that we've worked out for you are slightly lower than your maintenance calories, which means slightly lower than the amount of calories you would need to eat to stay the same weight. So we've dropped your calories down. So a lot of you are looking around 1,500 calories, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on your size, your body weight, so on. Okay, so if you look at Jane Jones here, she's on 1,505 calories a day. 94 grams of those calories are going to be made out of carbohydrates. 150 grams of those calories is going to be made out of protein. 58 grams of those calories is going to be made out of fat. Okay, if you added all the calories of those different grams together, it would add up to 1,505 calories. Does that make sense? So you're literally, it's almost like point counting like you get with Slimming World or Weight Watchers or so on, but a little bit more accurate and healthy. Okay, so for example, if you were just calorie counters, let's wipe out the carbs, protein and fats. Jane Jones could eat 1,505 calories of sponge cake every single day, which sounds wonderful, I know, but it's not really going to help you stay healthy or massively help you lose weight. Okay, so by using If It Fits Your Macros, we can see that she'd not be getting enough protein or enough fats out of that diet to help her lose weight and be healthy. Okay, however, this is where the magic happens. If she's eaten enough protein for the day, she's eaten enough fats, but she's only eaten 36 grams of carbs. So if you look at her carbs, 94, she's eaten 36 grams of carbs. Now we know from before, 57 grams of carbs in a sponge cake, she has that remaining on her daily tally. She can eat that sponge cake if she really wants to, and that means she's hit her macros. She's not exceeded her calories, she's not exceeded her carbs, she's hit her protein, she's hit her fats, she's still in the black for the day. Okay, so how does that sound? Does that sound good? You can still have cake. Okay, so cake. So I know we need to find out your numbers. Lots of you submitted your WooFoo forms, but lots of you didn't. So this is where Ollie's going to come in now.
What am I doing now?
Need help. If you do not know your macros yet, we do need to work them out before we go any further. So I apologise to the guys who did send in your WooFoo forms. You've got them right there in front of you. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this. You can go and make yourself a cup of tea, or you can watch this anyway, just in case you ever lose your numbers. Okay.
Okay, so showing them how to work out the macros.
If I click on this link now,
You can do it.
is it going to send me to that website?
Yeah.
Ah.
And then press the, because I can see your screen.
Yeah.
Press that. That's it.
Cool. Okay, guys. So the link is actually on the bottom of that
We'll send
last
we'll
screen.
email that.
I can email that out to you anyway. We will do in a little bit. But this is the website. I did build a little calculator myself, but it didn't work as well as this one. So I'm going to give you this one instead. Okay, ifitfitsyourmacros.com. Just go onto the calculator. Now we've got to tweak it a little bit just to make sure that it suits you. So because this is designed for bodybuilders and so on, so we need to make sure this suits us average Joes. So you scroll down, you go into step 1. So let's do.
Ask somebody for an example.
for example.
Just do yourself.
It's okay. So let's do me. So female, okay, age 27, height 5'7". In fact, let's go metric because that's what I asked you guys to do. 171 kilos, 62. Okay. You guys are all on lean mass formula at the moment, not athletes formula. You will be athletes by the time I'm done with you, but for today we are on the lean mass formula. Okay. Okay. So current body fat. Now guys, we could faff around with the little machines, but they're not always accurate, and it means then you have to get into boot camp and so on. This little thing that I put on Keynote, wherever you've gone. There you go. So I want you to take a look at this now. Take a close look. So obviously, if you're a girl, look at the girly one. If you're a boy, look at the boy one. And I want you to have a look now. Ask yourself honestly, where do you think you are on this little chart? Okay, so are you around the 30% zone? Okay, are you on the 15% on the boys? Are you a little bit more, a little bit less? Okay, where am I at the moment? Well, I know my body fat percentage at the moment. My body fat percentage is 26. So I would pick 26, and that's not far off kind of how I look at the moment. So these guys, we've been using these tables for a long time, and we normally do them alongside an actual measurement, and they are particularly true. Which reminds me, actually, if we've asked you to send photos, this is another reason why. It's not just to check your progress. So we need a nice clear picture. Please don't send me a picture of you dressed all in black with a light shining behind you, because I've had quite a few black silhouettes today that I've no idea really. I've just had to kind of like hedge my bets a little bit. So please do send me nice clear pictures when I ask you for pictures in the future. So have you chosen those? I hope you've chosen one that you feel comfortable with. Okay. Oh, how do I come out of that? There we go. Okay, so going back to your calorie counter, sorry, your macro counter. So you're going to put in whatever it is that you feel that you are at the moment. If you're between, by the way, two of those pictures, go for a mid number. Okay, go for the halfway number. So I'm 26%. So then you click calculate your TDEE. Okay, so ignore these numbers, BMR and TDEE. You want to come right down to step 2. Choose your goals and pick your intensity. For all of you today, I actually hit the aggressive button because we're on a 6-week transformation. We mean business, okay? Unless you are particularly small, guys, that's the other thing. If you're already very lean, I'd go down to suggested 15%. But if you have more than half a stone to lose on the 6-week transformation,
Just in general.
guys, if you're hitting,
you've got 2 to 3 stone, you need to be aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you're hitting 30 or 35%, 30% body fat, hit the aggressive, you'll be fine. Okay, so you're looking at calories per day. So that's where your first number comes from, 1,497 calories per day. Okay, coming down then to step number 3, you're going to come down to the common plans. You're going to hit low carb. Okay, we've hit low carb for you again, just because on the 6-week transformation, and a lot of you still haven't dealt with insulin levels and so on. We've had the first week, obviously, of dropping your carbs right down. You can see here, carbs 25%. We're bringing carbs in, but I don't want to bump you up to like a bodybuilder diet or anything quite yet. Okay, so hit calculate, low carb, calculate, lo and behold, your numbers come up on the bottom here. Now this is a nice little thing. I didn't chuck in on your initial table because I wanted you to have the decision on this anyway, but it's quite easy to work out. You can also select your meals per day. So obviously on this one, 3 meals per day, it gives you that. So if I'm on 93 carbs a day, that's divided between 3 meals, that's 31 carbs per meal. So if I wanted 1 banana with every meal, that would pretty much cover it. Right, about 30 grams of carbs. That's about right. Protein 149, so that goes off your body fat percentage then, and then the amount of muscle that you've got in your body at the moment. And I'm looking at about 49.9 grams of protein per meal, so that's actually quite high. That's about a chicken breast and a half. So if you're worried about getting that much protein in, just bring your meals up to 4 and it just knocks it down a little bit. Okay, so if you want to fit an extra cheeky meal in there, you can. And then your fats, 58.2 per day, 14.6 per meal. Okay, and then you've got your calories at the end, which is just going to help you. I like the calories because they just help you stay in line. They don't, sometimes when you're getting a bit tied up with the carbs, protein, and fats and so on, calories can just kind of keep you in line because we're all a little bit conditioned to look at the calories. Okay, so do we all have our numbers? I hope you've maybe been doing that on your phone alongside me as you've been going. I'm going to go. If not, watch the replay and then come back and do this, but you'll be fine with that. Any questions, you know, you can always ask us. So how do I go back to the webinar?
That's the top right. Go to keynote.
Keynote.
Oh, to see your face, you mean?
Oh no, I just need to go back to keynote. Cool, so that is your macro numbers. I hope you have written all those numbers down, big capital letters or numbers, and underline them, scribbled around them. So I hope you've got it. Let's set up now your Super Genius macro tracking device, because the thing is, you've got those numbers, but to be doing those maths and holding those numbers in your head all the way through the day is going to be, unless you're Rain Man, it was actually quite difficult. So we're now, Ollie is going to take you through. He's going to go to he's going to pop to the loo, and then he's going to come back and take you through MyFitnessPal.
So before that, guys,
I'm going to go through the food table.
Any questions for Tony?
What is that?
Open up questions for a few minutes. Oh God.
It's a good point. It's a good point to pause and just. Oh my God, what's that?
There you go. So any questions, guys?
Which way is these the more? Is that the most recent one?
Yeah.
Is there any point in me listening to this when I can't see what's going on the screen? I might as well just wait and see if I've got it.
Yes, Hayley. Yes.
Watch it.
Louise, yeah, we'll email the table out.
I can hear but can't see. I can see the presentation, I just can't hear. I've got nothing. Blank screen. So that screen.
Can everybody see the screen?
Can you see who's still in?
People are in.
Butters just asked a question, so Butters can see.
Where?
At the top.
What's this one? Guys who are only seeing black screen, try clicking the link Ollie just posted. So I think the screen's working, so it's fine.
Mm.
I can see the presentation.
Okay, I can hear. I don't know exactly what sensible amount of weight loss is for me.
Sanj, you've got nothing to lose, bud, so you want to just go with suggested?
Yeah, Sanj, you set it up. Oh, cool. Oh, thank God for that. All right, so Sanj, you in particular, I did actually highlight you in my book just to give you a little check-in on really. You could probably do with putting in
or muscle
suggested or muscle building. You can use that calculator, Sanj, to suit yours because you are already quite lean. I actually put your existing numbers on weight loss at the moment, just to fit you in with everybody else. But if you want to bulk up a little bit, then I'd use the suggested ones because they bring your carbs up a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. So Sanj.
Arena.
Yes, I mean, the numbers will change. Obviously, if you're 10K lighter, all your metabolic rates are going to be changing. Hopefully your muscle mass will be going up and so on. So your whole body composition is going to change. And that's why we do reviews, and that's why we keep coaching you and checking on you and so on. But for now,
every 2 weeks is probably good to check on you.
Every 2 weeks, maybe, Ollie just said. So, you know, obviously keep your eyes peeled. That's what we're here for. But yeah, we'll be tweaking it. But for now,
this is why we're teaching this to you guys, because with our schedule nowadays, I don't think we're going to have a chance to catch up with all of you. So if you learn this, you can do this all by yourself. And then we can just monitor you that you're doing everything well. So after the moment that I've showed you what to do, I'm going to tell you how we're going to monitor you, and it'll be super easy.
Obviously, guys, this is just an introduction. So we're just like working on where you are at the moment. And as you get more experience and you start to understand, this is the beauty with this system. It seems complicated at the moment, but it really is a whole plan going forward in the future. So as you start to change, you'll start to understand what your body needs a little bit more of and so on. So it's kind of quite an organic program, really. Tried to sort my numbers out, but didn't get step 3. I think Butters, you just said that as well. Let me have a little look for you. So step 3. You want to hit common plans. It's a simple thing, guys. You just come down to here.
I can't see your screen.
Okay. Okay. Okay, right, hopefully you can all see this now. So just going through this again, step 1, obviously you put in your basic details, you put your body fat in here, okay? You come down and you click calculate, your fat loss calories are here, that's the one that you've got to look at. And you're putting in for now aggressive, so 20%, you'll be fine on that. Judging by what I've been looking through on your Wufoo forms today, everybody is fine on an aggressive, but there were a few of you that I didn't feel aggressive was right. And that's for those of you who are slightly leaner, and I put you on suggested. Step 3, this is where you've got to come on to. So initially, I think it's set at this, okay? If it fits your macros, recommended. You're going to come down and hit low carb. Okay, it changes this section to just percentage. That's, you just need to leave that to do its thing. Don't go any further with that. Okay, so you touch low carb and then you hit calculate. Okay, and it should bring in all your numbers at the bottom there. It's as simple as that. Okay.
You've got that red or yellow?
Ah,
Left, left, left. No, this one here.
okay, Google Hangouts.
And then this one here.
This one.
Yep.
Stop the screenshot. There we go.
So, which one?
So, vanilla, yellow. When I hit common plan, it deletes itself.
Eh? What do you want about common plan? What do you mean common plan?
Okay, Seema, if you're doing it on your phone, I find it didn't like me changing the plan setting on step 3. So I would recommend doing it on a laptop or a computer.
But her workout's been done.
But Seema, you didn't send me your info, so I wasn't able to do your numbers for you. But yeah, if you do it on your laptop, you should be able to sort that out. Do we still have to use the link you just got us through? Hang on, Martin Simples, Butters, thank you. Carmen, do we still have to use the link you just got us through? If you got no, Carmen, guys, that's the whole point today. I had 56, I think, might not have been that many. It was about that. Of you send through your details on Wufoo, which means there was about 30 odd of you that didn't. So this section is for the 30 of you who didn't.
Because we don't have time in our schedule to wait for people.
It took me 3-4 hours earlier.
And that was Vicky and Tony as well.
So this is why I'm showing you this now, and then also, as Irina mentioned, in the future you'll know how to change these things. Okay, so have a look at it, have a play with it. It's not that complicated, and you do have questions you can ask us.
Rest thy tongue, woman. Come on. Okay.
I'm going to pass you on to Ollie now. He is going to teach you how to set up.
I've been fed, so I can talk now.
I need a drink. My mouth is drying up. So he's going to show you MyFitnessPal.
You holy jumper.
All right, Oliver in the building. Do you know what? I'm teaching this today.
You sound so much more exciting than you.
I'm a presenter. What can I say, yo? So. Teaching you this today, and it's kind of like one of those things. First off, thank you, Tony. Brilliant work. Well done. And basically, my macros have been awful. So it's actually quite interesting. So what I'm going to do, for the example, I'm going to show you what I've done today. But I'm not going to show you my numbers because you'll get jealous of the amount of carbs I eat. Anyway, all right. So just gonna, I know you can't see my screen yet, but I'm just gonna load everything up. MyFitnessPal.com. All right, so we'll post all links, but you're gonna go to MyFitnessPal.com. Okay, this one can be closed, and we're gonna now go to screen share. So stick to the numbers you gave me then. That's right, Belinda. Sorry, Butters. All right, this is screen share, yo. Going to fall now. All right, so you're on myfitnesspal.com. This is going to be your sanctuary for the rest of your life, and it's going to help you count your macros and all that kind of stuff. Do not drink one of these. You can, but they're just full of sugar. And again, I'm drinking more calories. So. Okay, so you're going to go log in. You actually need to create an account. So you can sign up with Facebook, sign with email, totally up to you. I'm just going to make a random account. So let's call it FBBC Birmingham under the work email address, fbbcquestions@live.co.uk, and password. So basically, you put all those groovy details in, and it will come up with this. It will basically ask you about yourself, and all of this is totally irrelevant. All right, this is nothing. There's only one point you want to change on this, and basically you can enter everything, but it's totally irrelevant. So, Tony, what are you?
136.
36. 136. So put your goal weight is the same as your current weight now. Put your height in. How tall are you?
5'7".
You're a female?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, don't tell me I know your birthday. So basically you fill in all these groovy details. Where are you from? You're part German, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put my postcode in. I'm going to make one up because I don't want you stalking me. JL, that'll do. And basically, again, doesn't matter. You want calories, and you want to put maintain my current weight. This is important. Put maintain my current weight, and this is important. Put the same weight on there. Everything else is irrelevant. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to send you to lose weight, all that kind of crap. Referral page, you can just skip that. Now, it's going to tell you this. These are going to be you're going to see the reason why MyFitnessPal is so bad. So we've sent you the carb numbers that you've got. Off the top of my head, Tony's on like 94.
It was 98.
98 carbs for the day. MyFitnessPal want Tony to have 216 grams of carbs. That is just going to make you fat. And then protein is only at 87 grams. It's just not high enough to maintain a fast metabolism, let alone building muscle tone to help you burn more fat. So this is terrible, and we're going to change all this. This is why you do not use the default package on MyFitnessPal, guys. It will not help you lose weight. It's as simple as that. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you how to create and default all these, and then I'm going to show you how to enter your meals. So you're going to click on Get Started Now. All right. Now, I might just give me a couple of minutes because I might need to rethink of how to do this. You're going to go to Goals. Okay. Then you're going to go to Change Goals. All right. It says Guided, update my profile and have MyFitnessPal determine my goals automatically. And it says recommended, but not by Fit Body Bootcamp, of course. So you're going to click Custom, manually set my custom fitness goals. You're going to press Continue. All right. So then it comes up with this really complicated loads of numbers. What you're going to do is delete all of them. Okay. So you're literally, your calories, 0, your saturated fat, 0, polysaturated fats, monosaturated fats, trans fat, 0, cholesterol, we leave, sodium, we leave, potassium, we leave, fiber, keep it 25, sugar, we go to 0. Did we put those to 0?
We did.
Yeah, I think we did. Sorry, guys, put the sodium and everything else to 0. So everything goes to 0 apart from fiber.
Put 0 sodium. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to change these as well? Would it be a good idea?
We didn't touch them before.
No, we didn't, do we? But it will give them their percentages on their phones.
Okay, you go back to Fitbit macros and pull them off.
So here, guys, this is something that we did a little bit different last time. So if it fits your macros, calculators. So I'm just going to re-enter Tony's details in. You're 85, aren't you? What are you?
171.
171.
62.
62. Exercise 3 times a week. You're lean mass. You're at 26% body fat. Boom, boom. Calculate. We're going suggested or aggressive?
Aggressive.
Okay, and we're going low carb. So 35, 25, 40. So these are your percentage numbers, okay? You're going to put these into MyFitnessPal. So fat 35, protein at 40, and then your carbohydrates. Ugh. Didn't like that, did that?
525, 40.
It just changed it automatically. It just doesn't like the numbers. What's protein 40? There you go. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So straight away, we know the grammage that she should be having. So change goals. All right. So sorry, guys, don't worry about that bit. It will default to 5%. I completely forgot about. So ignore entering percentages. Completely ignore that. So once you've done that, change goals. So perfect. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to settings. And this is basically for your diary. So when you have the phone app on your phone and you're just like walking around, you want to enter what you've just had at Nando's or wherever you are, maybe you just had a couple of pints, whatever it is, basically this is what you're going to see on your phone and on your desktop. So rather than having breakfast, lunch and dinner, I like to just put meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that enables you, if you want to eat small and often, you can eat small and often on this diet. If you only have 3 meals, you only have 3 meals. It's totally up to you. So first off, let's do that. So meal names. So I'm just going to put meal 1 for Tony, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, meal 5, meal 6. Simples. Okay. Change it to public just in case we want to spy on you, and you're always going to get this little URL that we can see your stuff, your details. So what we're going to do is we want to see this here as well. So carbohydrates, we actually want fat first, then we want carbohydrates second, then we want protein third, then we want fiber. Where are you? There you are. And then none. All right. And that's basically it. Literally go to save changes. Bob's your uncle. Now, I'm going to show you how to enter your food, guys. So you can see now, I'm going to go back to where I was. So you click on food. So I like to do this at the end of the day. I don't like doing it when I'm walking around and doing it on my phone, purely because I forget to do it, to be honest. I normally do it either on my last meal or when I'm at home relaxing. So I'm just going to go through what I've had today. In fact, should we go through what you've had?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you have for breakfast?
Don't remember what I had for breakfast.
I'll just go with me. So today I had a coffee. So I had a Starbucks caramel. This will pick up any food anywhere. So there you go. What was it? The large is 22 ounce, wasn't it? So wow. Didn't know that. All right, but that's why we do it. So straight away, if I'm shocked, imagine how you guys are going to be. Anyway, so then I had oats. So this is how specific and good this is. I have gluten-free oats because I get migraines if I have gluten from Tesco's, and it will pick up the exact company. There you go. That's the one. And I had 1 cup. So it's about 100 grams.
You normally have 100.
Yeah, normally have about 100. So, and then I had, what protein did I have this morning? had chicken with it, didn't I?
Oh.
What was half the amount that you made?
150 divided by 2, so.
So 175.
Mhm. $1.75.
And basically, you just always add your amounts in, so then it knows what to do. So meal 1, bear in mind I had this separate, so I could put that as a separate meal. But anyway, so meal 1, I know that I had 36 grams of fat. I had 115 grams of carbs. Bear in mind, guys, I am bulking, so this is me. And I had 81 grams of protein. Okay, so meal 2, I had a chicken. I had a Starbucks chicken salad. So I'm just going to put that in. What was it called now? There you go. Yep, that's exactly what I worked out as the macros as well. So it's perfect. So basically, you see where I'm going with this. It basically starts adding up, and rather than ignoring the remainder, so you never look at the remainder ever, you just look at the totals. So it basically works out whatever your totals are. So rather than having to go, right, I've had fat 36 plus 11 and carbs 115 plus 43, it just does it for you. So I know that I've had it within 2 meals. I've had 47 grams of fat, I've had 158 grams of carbs and 102 grams of protein. So you all have your numbers. So for instance, Tony's numbers are, she can only have 93 grams of fat, 93 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and 58 grams of fat. She can't go over those. You can go over by, what's the allowance? 1 to 2 grams over.
Mhm.
You can go over by 1 to 2 grams and it's not going to be in the world. You're not going to get obese. And you can go under by 1 to 2 to 5 grams. You're not going to starve yourself. But you want to hit there around about 2 to 3, maximum 4 to 5 over, and you'll be absolutely fine. So basically, every day we just want you to log that on MyFitnessPal. All right, you can do it on your phone. It's just as easy on your phone or laptop. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions on that? Yeah, sorry. To calculate all your numbers, you have to do, to adjust all your numbers, you have to do that part on the website. You can't do it on the app. Louise, you've asked, I'm confused as to why the numbers given by yourself is different to what the website gives. I was late entering, so figures, I'm worried. She had her numbers.
Yeah.
Louise,
Oh, no.
Louise, you didn't enter your details, your weight or anything, so you don't have numbers yet. What you need to do is you need to watch the replay of the webinar and it all makes sense.
I don't think she's on there. I didn't see any pictures.
Marie, if you're cooking your own food, how does it log it? Really, really simple. So what you do, I'm going to share the screen again.
Do you want us to do food labels quickly?
Yeah.
Because that will help that.
Yeah. Tony's going to get all crazy on you now, Marie. Well done. Well done. Have you got the salmon?
Salmon, the one that I did yesterday.
All right. So for instance, I just off screen, and this is really important, I had, can you pass me my rice and that salmon, because that's what I've just had. So off screen, and this is, I will enter this for you. I had 100 grams of salmon. So it is open, so I'm sorry. So I had 100 grams of this salmon here, because it's quick and easy. I didn't want to cook anything. So if we look on the back,
Let's read it. Oh.
there, can they see the screen?
Yeah, it's just reversed. Come there.
Right, so if you see the screen there, you've got a load of numbers, all right, and things. Basically, it says energy, fat, of which saturated, carbohydrates, of which sugars, fibers, protein, and salt. Obviously, this is fish, so I know that it's more of a protein. So what we do is we look at the protein thing. Okay, it's 22 grams per 100 grams. So I wanted 100 grams of this. So what I did, I cut a big slab off, put it on a scale, checked that it was 100 grams, and that was 100 grams. Brilliant. So once I've got 100 grams from it, put that on my plate. Then what I did is I got some of my 90 seconds Uncle Ben's. If anybody's seen that Spider-Man picture of looking at Uncle Ben, it's funny.
Oh, I get it now.
Uncle Ben. And then basically you got all your details on the back there. So literally carbohydrates, because it's a rice, and it has per portion 39 grams. So straight away what I do, I had the portion of that and the rice. So I go back onto MyFitnessPal. So this is the meal that I just had literally seconds ago. And I go to food, add food. This is actually my third meal. It is my third meal. And then I'm going to type in the food it was. So Uncle Ben classic 90 second. And it was whole grain rice I had. So there you go. I had one container, which is 2 cups. If you're not sure and you need to confirm, check that. So 1 cup is that, 2 cups is that. So it was 1 cup. So you can actually bring the submitted information up as well. So I'm just to help out the society and say, yes, it's correct. So it was one cup to add that food. So I know that that was done then. So that's been logged. So I know I had 39 grams of carbs in that one. And then I'm going to add food again. And I had smoked salmon slices. Smoked salmon slices. There we are. And I had 100 grams. It should be around about 20 something grams of protein, 23 grams of protein, yeah. And that's it. So there you go. That's one that I've just cooked. So if you've just had some chicken, weigh your chicken amounts and then literally put it on the scales, then enter the weight into MyFitnessPal. And that's pretty much it. So if you are if you're eating out, MyFitnessPal is really easy. If you're eating at home, you're just gonna have to weigh your food while you're at home, it is a bit fiddly, but it's good because you're gonna know, and you're gonna be careful of your food portions. So things that you'll probably need is a set of scales and some cups. If you could pass me the cups in the drawer, top drawer. Cups are basically an American measurement that MyFitnessPal like to use. And I use these for things like rice. I use them for like oatmeal and stuff like that. That'll do, babe. It'll be fine. And basically, I will show you what cups look like. I'm sure you know what cups look like, but basically these. So you've got. I can't read that. I think that says quarter. Is that a quarter cup? Yeah. 1/3 and 1 cup. So basically. Yeah, you can store your favorite recipes on there. So like really simple, really simple. So there's one thing before Tony comes. Do you want to do your bit or?
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to quickly show you before to make it even easier, because this is the whole thing for us, is we want to make things easy as possible for you, is basically the new diet book that we have for you, and it basically have the macros in there, so you can cook it, prepare it, and eat it, and just enter the details into MyFitnessPal. So I'm just going to get this up for you. Any questions, guys? While I find this book, give me your questions. Fire away. Fire far away, far away, far away. One thing that's actually going to become really helpful for you guys, if you feel like you're not getting enough protein, while I dribble on myself,
I'm gonna be covering that.
hey,
I'm gonna be covering that.
you're going to recover it.
I'm gonna be covering it.
What, dribbling?
Supplement.
Oh, Tony's going to cover supplements, so I'm not going to go into it. I uploaded my stuff last night, but then you named me in a list of people not done. Am I on the list? Right, Susie.
Yes, if you look at the pictures, you are on the list, Susie. So you look at the table, list of names, Susie Webb, you are on there.
As in, she's got her numbers, yeah?
Yeah.
She should have your numbers. Cool. So this is the new recipe book. Karen, you're probably on your mobile. Once you do this on a laptop, you'll be able to do it. So I'm going to show you the new recipe book and how awesome it is, and it will be so simple for you to use. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. All right. So this is the new recipe book. The Fat Loss Cookbook. Really, really good for you. So basically, it's got loads of cool things, loads of recipes. But I'm just going to give you an example. If I zoom out, there we go. If I give you an example, it basically tells you the things that you can go and buy, where to buy them. So any questions that you have there. And what though? It's got 5 minute, like ready in 5 minute smoothies. So literally you can bung all these things in there. Now, instead of you going, right, I've got to weigh 200 grams, I've got to do all this, I've got to add it all, and then I've got to enter it into my fitness pal. Literally, it's got all the grams there. So you know that it's going to 16 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat. Or you've got this one, which is 64 calories, 11 grams of carbs, 5 grams of protein. So it's literally got every single recipe now has your per serving has your amounts. So obviously you want to go for more the higher protein ones, guys, and less lower carb ones. But these are awesome. You've got so many recipes in here.
Just choose whichever ones fit your macros,
Yeah,
guys.
whatever fits your macros. So you could have 2 of these potentially. Like you could start making these cupcakes, these protein bars. I mean, look at these per protein bar. Oh my God, heaven.
Those. Oh my gosh.
Chocolate and coconut bar is amazing. I've wanted to make these like cookies, man. Cookies. So yeah, it's got absolutely loads. Fits your macros. Let's get to off this Nutella. You know what I mean?
Right.
Protein pancakes. This is what I made the other day. Absolutely yummy.
Num num num.
Absolutely amazing food. Beautiful, beautiful burritos. Burrito. Let me just get to some good food. Quiche. Fry up, man. You know what I mean? Look at that. That's perfect for your breakfast, guys. 6 grams of carbs, 33 grams of protein, and 29 grams of fat. Honestly, and it's all natural, all healthy, yummy. Vegetable pizza, salmon, eggs, beautiful. The BCTA, the bacon, chicken, tomato, avocado for American. So basically you can see the omega salad very similar to the protein packed salad. And basically all of these have got those macros in, so it's going to help you. And even better for you, what we have coming very soon, which will be probably next week now. So this will be great for your second week. I'm going to give you individual 28-day cookbooks for your calorie amount. So all you got to do is just read and eat it. So if you're not the type of person that goes, oh my God, I'm in a free-for-all, I can't manage this, I need structure, and you're going to go crazy, then we've got you covered as well. So don't worry. we will have books for you, a 28-day book. There'll be a 7-day book. I think there might even be a 21-day book. So you're going to have 3 books, including that recipe meal plan that's you're going to be looked after. There is no excuses anymore, guys. None. I'm really excited about this, as you can tell. Now I'm going to go and drink my protein shake, and Tony's going to take over. I hope that's been fine. You get this cookbook tonight, so you can start eating tomorrow. I'll post it a little later when I finish my workout.
Okay.
Yes? Nice hoodie.
It's really cold.
It's a mini me.
Okay, let me sit. No. Right.
Grey on grey, yo.
Okay.
Give me my hat.
So how do I go back to my little
What do you
I feel like your mom. I can't.
What do you need?
What do I do now? Screen share. Desktop.
Stop screen share.
Start screen share. Okay, guys. So we're just going to take us back quickly to this little keynote presentation, just so we can make sure we're still on track. So we've set up your Super Genius macro tracking device. Okay, so that's my little inspector gadget down the bottom there. Okay, so I hope you're all set up. Again, any problems with that, you can ask, but have a go with it first, have a play, or rewatch this webinar, go through it again. All the information is there, and just kind of get it all set up and ready to go. Once you get used to it, guys, and you just start typing those things in, you watch those numbers kind of tick up, and when you hit your max, you don't have any more. It's as simple as that. It becomes a bit like a game, like hitting those numbers, and you're like, oh, I've got 10 grams of carbs there, what can I have? And you start kind of searching, it does get quite fun. So maybe that's a bit sad. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It is like a game. We enjoy it. We do it all the time. So before we go on to this, guys, there are a few things that I know I didn't cover, and actually I'm still screen sharing, but I just wanted to share this with you because it struck me after I finished this little presentation. And not everybody knows what different foods fall into what macro categories. So hopefully, let's try and pick some bigger. There you go.
Screen sharing.
Wicked, yes they are. So looking at these guys, I mean, if you can kind of screenshot now and just kind of keep that to save. I mean, normally you can just kind of Google it, like different macronutrient food categories or something like that, but if you just kind of screen print now, you should have this basic guide there for you. As you can see, you've got your proteins. There's a nice range: chicken, turkey, lean beef, lean pork, tuna, cod, crab, prawns, cottage cheese, fromage frais, egg whites, protein shakes. There's no fish on there actually. Fish as well.
Fish will be protein.
Oh, protein and fat. Cool. So you get, this is a really nice category actually. I'm glad that's there. So you also have the category where it's protein and fats. That's where your oily fishes come in. And these are really nice because especially when you're in a rush, you can just grab them. You've got 2 macros in one. Also, just to note, if you're looking at nutrition labels and you look at protein and fat food, consider both the numbers, because the fat, salmon's a really good example of this. You've got high protein, but you've also got to consider your high fats. Okay, protein and carbs. So this kind of applies more to your vegetarians. Beans and pulses, chickpeas, lentils, etc. Yes, there's protein in there, but bear in mind lots of carbohydrates. So do kind of check out your beans and pulses and things before you start going crazy on those. Again, make sure it fits your macros. Okay, your fats down the bottom here, lovely jubbly, and then everybody's favorite thing, which you're now allowed, carbohydrates. Okay, so you can choose any of those and more. Check the recipe book, or kind of just enjoy your favorite carbs. Just make sure it fits. Okay. Coming back to this. So guys, that's your food you can eat. Along with your, I'm going to answer these FAQs and then I'm going to cover the last few bits and bobs. We're nearly done. Okay, so do condiments have to be counted? Answer is, for really low calorie condiments like mustard, you don't have to worry. Nobody ever got fat on mustard. Okay, but bear in mind,
Oh, no.
you might really like mustard. It takes a lot of mustard to make you fat. Okay, on the other hand, mayonnaise, sauces like that, often sauces that are blander, so creamier things, like things like that, or sugary, like tomato ketchup, sweet and sour sauce. What's that?
Curry sauces.
Curry sauces, that sort of thing. Like when they're quite bland and creamy, they tend to be higher in calories. So a guide is, mayo has 100 calories per tablespoon. Any sauce that has over 10 calories per teaspoon, then count it in your macros. Anything below that, you have to count it. So spicy things normally, so Nando's sauce. Nando's sauce is actually really good because it is just pure spice. So spices are unlimited, and that goes with sauces too. But anything creamy and fatty, that has to be counted, and you can put that in with your FitnessPal as well. Okay, next one. Do meal timings matter? No, they don't. So if you're on shift, no excuses. If you've had a busy day, no excuses. Just hit your macros. It doesn't matter. Okay, and
for instance, I've just had that rice, so it's 40 carbs. Then I had a drink that had another 40 grams of carbs in, so it's at 80 grams of carbs, which is probably some of your one-day equivalent. For me, it's like 3 meals because I meant to have probably 4 meals, but I've only really had 3. So I needed to double up on my carbs, and it was an absolute must. So I could do that, and I know safely that I'm okay to do that. So you guys will be fine. If you need to double up on meals, have a bigger meal, that's fine. But I wouldn't just have 2 meals a day. That's where your metabolism will start to get slow.
Try and aim for minimum 3. But on days when you know you've got an event, something like you want to go out for a meal with your partner or so on, you can kind of push those timings up to later. So if you have like your smaller meals during the day, you can kind of save your macros for the evening, you know, and have a slightly bigger meal in the evening. And
it's still important to make sure that obviously when you work out, if you can structure your carbohydrates after you work out, that's the best time to have them. Just because your body will utilize those carbs, it's earned those carbs and it will have them. So you can have that carb meal after you work out. It will be more beneficial for you. Your body will know what to do with those carbs more. So
the timings aren't like cracker whip strict, but if you want to be smart, and that's what this whole thing's about, it's about being smart. Like I said before, you could have 1,500 calories of cake every day. However, probably not smart. Okay, so think about what you're actually putting. Think about what you're actually putting in your mouth. Think about what you're actually doing. So, like I say, carbohydrates, you're probably gonna need them more around your workouts because your muscles are tired. So get those carbs in, refuel. Okay. Next one. Do I need to take any supplements? And this is what Ollie was going to cover earlier. Your supplements. The best one I would recommend, or the one that I think for you guys that are really, really busy, are protein shakes. Now, again, we've been straying off supplements for a while. But again, we've acknowledged that some of you guys you either don't like breakfast, as a good example, or you just don't have time. You get busy. Yeah. So a good one is protein shakes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys a link, and it is an affiliate link. So I will be honest with you, we do make money from it. So if you could be honest, if you could be really nice to us and buy from the link that we send you, we don't make masses of money on it. It's just basically what happens is it doesn't get shipped to us. It gets shipped to you still, but we just make a little commission off it, and it would be quite nice for us to do that. And that's just me being completely honest with you. We're going to, on the weekly webinars, we'll probably do something like we'll talk about the best supplements to buy for you. But to be honest, the best one is just a basic whey protein, and we'll send a link out to that. This is something that I have every single day, purely and simply because I find it really hard. I have to get around about 200 grams of protein in every single day, and I'm not a big eater, so having a protein shake for me is really, really important. I have probably about 60 grams of protein from supplements. So for people that aren't big eaters, that protein shake is going to be important.
Bear in mind though, guys, don't abuse them. A, they make you fart if you have too many.
Don't look at me like that.
They make you smelly. Okay, so don't have too much of it for that reason. But also, you cannot get around the fact that whole foods are always better.
And nobody likes somebody farting in the office.
Nobody likes stinky people.
Martin.
So yeah, so bear that in mind. Protein shakes are absolutely fine, but just remember, again, everything in moderation, common sense. Common sense is the key with this diet. If you can get a nice chicken breast, something nice and fresh, nice lean steak, go for that instead. Okay, and finally, the last thing. Oh no, well, there's this. So I can eat whatever I want now, so long as it fits your macros. We've kind of covered this all the way through. The quality of your food does matter. There is no excuse for living off junk food, and it is true, guys. You could fit your macros with McDonald's every day.
That's basically what Weight Watchers do.
Yeah. Okay. This isn't just this is about being healthy as well as staying lean. So stick with your macros, but stay smart.
Nutrient-dense foods.
That's the phrase that I was thinking of. Thank you. So yeah, you want to make sure that what you're putting in your mouth is fresh and nice and lovely.
Okay. And one final thing. what I want you to do is that your FAQ over.
Just want to cover this quickly.
Foods you can eat, drinks, alcohol. Okay, cool.
Cheat meals with alcohol.
Okay, Tony's got to go through cheat meals and alcohol. The final thing I want to go through is literally what you post at the end of your day. So I'm just gonna. Where's the? It's not giving me the option. There we are. Okay, what's that, Martin? Martin's true. Oh, Martin, are you a trumper? Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Nikki. He's a trumper. All right, so 6 week. Is this 6 week group? Okay, cool. I've got to find that post. Bear me a second, guys. I'm just gonna find a post for you. Oh my god, it's something right back to the beginning. What day did we post that post? Can you remember?
Which page you talking about?
Where I screenshot my macros.
Keep going. It was Nando's did for yesterday. Saturday.
Every day. Marie Lucas, I've just seen your picture. Sweet swoo. Oh wow, that moment you have to scroll through Facebook to find things.
Why you got photos?
Hey, whose photos? You're so intelligent. No better. Oh god.
What? You did post it on here, didn't you? Oh,
There you are. Okay. Alright. That was my Beetlejuice impression. Alright, so at the end of your day, you never, ever post your meals ever again. We don't want to see them. Charlotte, we're going to go through that in a second. What we don't want now is pictures of what you're eating every single day. One, because we actually notice that we can't get to see them. There's so many notifications now. I actually think Facebook is getting annoyed with us for it. So what you're going to do is really, really simple. You're going to screenshot either on your laptop or your phone what you've eaten for the whole day so we can check that you're on track. So like this. I did this on Saturday night, and this is how I posted it. I posted the picture with my number of grams of fat that I need, of protein, carbs as well. So you need to post the amount of fat, the amount of protein, the amount of carbs. The numbers that we worked out for you would be there. You don't need to put all this mumbo jumbo here. You just need to put the picture and how many grams of fat we ask you to eat, how many grams of protein we ask you to eat, and how many grams of carbs that you need to eat.
Ignore Ollie's bit there. He's missed out his fat.
Yeah, I've missed out my fat. So for instance, then me and Tony can go, all right, so fat sheet, they've had 22 grams. Okay. Sorry, 71 grams. Okay, so I was meant to have 75, so I'm really close to it. That's perfect. Well done, Oliver. I'm meant to have 200 grams of carbohydrates. Okay, it's at 195. Well done, Oliver. Okay, I've had 210 grams of protein. Gone over a little bit, but well done. So I've hit my macros that day. So this lets us know that you are hitting your macros. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, you post your screenshot with text of what your targets are meant to be. It's that simple. All right, so that's what you have to do every single day starting from tomorrow for the rest of your life. Okay, good.
Okay.
Back to Tony. She's going to talk about cheat meals.
This is the last bit, guys. We know this is a webinar of epic proportions. It's so long, but we've had to. This is a big thing to explain. So hopefully we're doing a good enough job, and you're keeping up with us here. Okay, so this is the last thing now, which is cheat meals. Okay, now Charlotte, you brought up just at the side there. Can we save up our calories and bring them over to cheat meals? No.
This ain't no Weight Watchers. This is not Weight Watchers.
You can't carry macros over, so please don't do that.
You're gonna get fat otherwise.
But you are gonna have. We're not gonna call it cheats anymore, because going right back to the start of this little presentation, guys, I don't want you developing unhealthy relationships with food. And throughout the week, obviously, if you feel like you want to and you're going to keep it within your macros, you can be a bit more flexible anyway. So what this is now going to be called, not a cheat meal, that is banned. Okay.
No cheat meals.
They're now called refeeds.
Refeeding.
Which I know my game changer buddies, you guys are used to calling them refeeds and not cheat meals. Okay, but that's exactly what it is. Because at the moment you're operating, as I said before, on a slightly lower level of calories. So what a refeed does is bump you for the day back up to your maintenance calories. Evo, use the numbers that I calculated for you. Okay, so if you were good enough to get your Wufoo forms in, you've had this done for you, so no fuss. Okay.
You're talking to me.
So on the cheat meals, we're going to bump you back up to your maintenance number, which for everybody at the moment, okay, is an extra 500 calories. And I want that to be in carbohydrates. So you keep your proteins as the same, you keep your fats the same. I'm going to give you a massive chunk of carbs extra on your refeed day. So 125 grams of carbohydrates.
So on your cheat meal day, once a week, I repeat, once a week, they can break it into two, can't they?
No.
After 6
For
weeks,
now.
they can. For now, once a week, you get to add 125 grams onto the macronutrient carbohydrate.
Okay.
All right, one day. Has to be 7 days apart. If it's not 7 days apart,
Don't do it on Sunday night and then Monday night.
you're gonna get
please.
fat, man. And be serious with yourself on this one. Do it if you can do it every Saturday. Do it every Saturday. Saturday, if you have like an event on a Friday, and then Saturday is fine. If you've got one like on a Thursday, then on a Friday, as in 1 week is a Thursday, then the next week is a Wednesday. You're okay. It's 6 days, but just be careful. You use your common sense. All right.
Okay, so that's your cheats. You're just going to bump it up, and alongside that fits in, this is the last point now, guys. It fits in with your cheats. Alcohol. You are allowed alcohol. Now, what I want you to do, what I want you to do, when you consume alcohol, when you drink, I want you to treat. Can't this be alcohol? What?
Yes, it can be alcohol. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
I know there's a delay.
This is how you're going to fit alcohol into your cheat meal or into your macros. Okay. When you have alcohol, you're going to change it into a carb or a fat.
You pick.
You can pick. You're going to sacrifice some of your fat points or some of your carb points.
Points.
I'm going to call it that because you'll be more familiar with that terminology for now. Okay. Because this is probably the most awkward bit to explain, but I know a lot of you like a good drink. Okay, so if you have 100 ml of
alcohol
wine, okay, if you're going to treat it as a carbohydrate, if you're going to sacrifice some of your carbs for that glass of wine, you're going to times, I've lost.
Ignore what she's talking about. Don't worry about it. There is 7 calories in 1 gram of alcohol.
No, you do it like so. You divide by
So?
4 if it's a carb.
Oh, you're talking about carbs.
Yeah, 4 if it's a carb or 9 if it's a fat. Yeah. So if it's a wine, guys, 100 grams, so 25 grams of wine. How much wine do people drink? Okay.
It's not, to be honest, guys. When you swap the alcohol for food, for your calories and stuff.
Put it in your
Fitness
Pal. This is getting too complicated. Put it in your Fitness Pal. It will come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, it's not. I personally think it's not worth it. Having the glass of wine or a cider or something like that, you'll be absolutely fine. We will confirm all the alcohol stuff. It's just that our brains are getting tired from all the numbers.
And I'm sure yours are too.
So it's one of those things where we will, we know these numbers, but it's just because we have all these numbers too.
These are all our notes.
So it's literally, this is stuff we do for ourselves, but when we're managing you guys,
I had this like 2 hours ago. Absolutely perfect.
Plus you got me going.
And I forgot.
So we'll do a separate webinar, and we'll make this the next webinar because we know it's going to be popular. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m, all about alcohol.
Good idea.
How about that?
Okay, alcohol is not good, guys, because it does mess up your hormones and your fat loss procedures and stuff. But you can put it in there.
That's what.
Thank you, Irina. 125 grams. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you're having 125 grams, times that by 4, then you're looking at 475.
Yeah. Is that the maths?
Yeah, 475 calories. That'll be.
Yeah.
So it'll be 475 calories.
That's in fact a really good explanation, guys, of how many.
That's a
How.
lot. One
Think about
glass.
it, it's 1 glass of wine. So Irina said 125 grams. This is how it would work. I will just explain it briefly. 125 times 4. That's 500 calories.
Jeez. My
1 glass
face.
of wine.
That's
Okay.
a lot. That's how we get fat.
Okay. Or if you sacrifice fat calories.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's one of those things, that's what it's there for. So if you, on that cheat meal night, don't forget you get an extra, how many calories?
Extra 500 calories.
You get an extra 500 calories, so you get that glass of wine. So, but you have your calories, you'll have your grams for the day as well. So you can chunk into those if you want to. So you can have more than 1 glass.
But we'll
But
explain
we'll
this on
talk
Wednesday.
about alcohol. Ideally, you're only going into week 3. So
Week 2.
2. So we definitely don't want you drinking yet, because you're going to really mess up your results from week 1. So stay off the drink this next week and push for the week 3 on the alcohol consumption. This is what we do with the Game Changers, and this is why they get such good results.
Okay.
All right.
So that is absolutely everything. You have questions? Fire away now.
All right, questions, let's go. We're going to open it up. Bear in mind there is a 4-minute delay, so we're going to be off this webinar by 9:30.
We know this is massive, guys, but it's a massive change in lifestyle for you. So I hope that you've managed to stick
Bring
with
them
us
on.
through this. Or maybe just had us on in the background,
Tolerating us.
tolerating us.
Should put some music on while waiting. Let's do some music. What do you fancy? Bit of Rascal Flats?
No,
What do you fancy?
happy. There's one with minions on.
Oh,
Go back.
can't do it. Can't put any music on. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you. It's just because of the delay. Thanks, Gotham awaits. So I'm relieved this is over. I think I need to watch a few times. Yeah, guys, Martin said the correct thing here. He said, guys, this week mistakes will happen. That's okay. As long as you learn and recognize where you went wrong, don't panic. Exactly that. You're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be perfect.
But to give you a bit of a positive example, guys, we went into the 3 of us went out, me, Martin, and Ollie,
Yes.
ended up in Waitrose the other day, and we were stood in front of the fridges, and I was able to help Martin straight away because we've been doing it for quite a long time. We kind of knew what he needed for the day, and so it was a case of you kind of recognise just by looking at what's in front of you, you start to learn what fits your macros quite naturally. So at the moment, this sounds very complicated, but eventually, you know, for example, there's just under 30 grams of protein in a 100 gram chicken breast, in a normal chicken breast. So you need that for a meal, and you just whack a chicken breast on your plate. Okay, so you start to understand the sizes that you're looking at, the sorts of foods that you're looking for. And let's face it, none of us have a massively crazy repertoire of recipes unless we're professional chefs that we're going through day in and day out. So you settle into your routine, you know what you enjoy for breakfast, so you start to know your amounts. I'd say most of you maximum, you have 3 different variations on your breakfast majority of the time.
You've got lots of books coming, so you're going to know the macros, and it's not really going to be that complicated for you.
So yeah, it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. You can see by our faces now we're starting to droop a little bit. But
this is only because we've been working all day on your macros. Well, Tony has. I haven't.
Sanj, I'll be watching too. Once we get started, we'll work it out quickly. Yes, you will, Sanj. I like the positive attitude.
Louise will get this forward to you.
I think I've got it. That's the other thing, guys. Playing with that MyFitness app.
It's fun.
Ollie's better on it than I am. I'm still a bit fuddy-duddy on it. But the more natural, like remember when you first got Facebook? Now everybody does it second nature.
Butters, this will be really good for you because this is worked out for your individual needs and for anybody that's smaller. So people that are smaller and always struggle to lose weight on a program that we've done is purely simply because we've not catered to you guys. So people who are smaller and want to lose that extra 7 pounds, 10 pounds, this can be perfect. I was going to say something, but I've completely forgot.
Any more questions, guys?
Any more questions?
Will we get paper copies of the books? No, my darling.
We won't be doing paper copies of the books, I'm afraid, just because of
the environment.
the environment.
The environment. But also, guys, it's just, you've got it on PDF. It's better to have it on your phone. You've got it right there at your fingertips.
Yep.
You can always print them off.
Yep. You can go to places like Hobbs, take the PDF to Hobbs, and they'll print it. And they'll bound it for you as well. Hobbs is around.
In fact, there's a place next to Starbucks on Colmore Road, next to Snappy Snaps.
Yep.
And they bind dissertations and all sorts. So if you take the PDF on a flash drive,
yep,
give it to them, they'll print it off and they'll bind it for you.
Yeah. If we can get like a guaranteed order of everybody wanting the books printed, I can source somewhere for you all and we can get it done. I would have to leave that to Vicky, and I can't make promises on dates or anything. So yeah,
we can have a look into that if everybody wants one.
I think they're all right in the questions.
Got
6 minutes. Well, till 9:30, guys. We say 6 minutes, and they're delayed. They're going to think 6 minutes. 6 minutes on top of what they're already on. So 9:30, we're coming off.
Thank you for doing this, guys. I know you spent all day on this, really. How can you tell, Martin? Look at these bags. No, thank you, Martin. That's good. We're excited. I want to see how everybody gets on. Hopefully, this is a more durable program. Like, so you're not going to get to the end of 6 weeks and just think, what am I going to do next? This is going to be a plan that's going to keep you going.
I'm stuck on step 3. Did you show us that?
Helen, there's been a few people on that. Step 3 is where you change from the custom plan to low carb. Don't do it on your phone. I've had a few people private message me whilst we've been on here having problems with that. You need to do that on a laptop or a computer because it will not let you change it on a phone.
Yep.
So, and if you're still having troubles, then come back to me.
Yep.
Guys, if you sent your photos and measurements now, like I did the deadline. I'm really sorry to tell you this, guys. The deadline was 9 PM last night.
You're gonna have to work it out yourself, folks.
You're gonna have to crack on, watch the calculator section again, and sort it out. Remember, when you're on there, guys, and you can rewatch it, but make sure you set it to low carb. Make sure you set it to aggressive fat loss, and you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, and don't forget to do your settings in MyFitnessPal. Ignore the settings in MyFitnessPal. So just to clarify, Carmen, if you gave us numbers, all we have to do is fill in MyFitnessPal on here.
Yeah, guys, if you're on that table on Facebook, so the one that I tagged the people in it that are on that table. Okay, if you're on that table, you do not have to deal with it if it fits your macros calculator.
Hi Skips and the new burpees.
Bye, Butters.
Bye, Butters. You got nice teeth.
Big.
This means I have to weigh that bit of cheese I take when I pass the
So much for spontaneity. That spontaneity is costing you your abs, Sanj.
Oh no, Sanj, you're looking pretty good, mate.
I think you look good.
Yeah, I think you could. Awkward. Yeah, just add it.
No more high skips. I think they're awesome. You don't like the high skips? Oh man. Cake for breakfast. Cake for breakfast. If it fits your macros. Don't press my song. Oh.
What time is it?
3 more minutes.
9:30. 9:30.
People are dropping out now. 23 viewers.
Good
Good night,
night, people.
Marika.
Bye, Marika. I love skipping.
I'm glad you liked it, Susie. We can skip together. Wee, wee, wee.
No more questions, guys. Looks like everyone's going anyway.
19 viewers. 2 more minutes. Okay, if anything pings up, guys, we are logging off at 5:30. Skipping was ace. Yes, Jackie.
It's like a 50-50 thing.
Woohoo! It's a new burpee.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Stay there. Turn face on. Face on.
Right. Night, Carmen. Night, Christina. Oh, no, you're just saying love to skipping, but night for a minute as well. 20 views. We've gone up 1 viewer. That's bizarre.
Somebody probably logged off to log in. Good night, thank you.
Good night, Raj.
Bye, Raj.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight. We're 24 attendees.
It's weird, isn't it?
Time's it.
1 more minute to
60
go.
seconds. No, sorry. Not for me. Thanks. Looking forward to the table so I can have eggs tomorrow.
So I can not have eggs. Night all. Night night. Night, Karen. Night, Lucina. I think we've got about 15 more seconds.
Bye.
Eva, you've vlogged tomorrow's breakfast. Good job. Action taker. 9:30. It's time to go, folks. Have a lovely evening. Sleep tight. Thank you, Irina.
If you're watching the webinar, guys, the replay, hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, post on the family group. We're happy to help. Now, this is going to be the staple video to watch for the macros, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.